Istimela in the background is Shishova Ingolova, and that is live. And of course, it's one of Ati's favorite songs that makes him get down here and there. The time now, it's 2 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock, and you know how we do it. We do it like we're doing it for TV. Things are in studio, it's warm. It's warm because the Trinity is most definitely complete. We're bringing you guys amazing sounds, okay? We're bringing you amazing people, and then there's you at home. Nothing more that you need. We'll continue with the music, but first, we've got some people in studio who want to say hello. And I've got a very young lady in studio, very young lady. She must, I think, 21?
Definitely, maybe 16.
16, that's a good number to work with. Natalia, thank you so much for making the time to come out and join us. Good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much for having us here.
Yes, we're very excited to engage with you and find out more about what you're going to be doing in Cape Town. We also have with her entourage of other beautiful young people in studio. Guys, if you can just say hello, we'll hear all of you at once.
Hello.
Hello. You see what I mean when I say we've got a full house? Don't worry, the man of the house is still in studio. You'll hear him very soon. If you do want to get in contact with us and just find out, maybe you have some questions that you'd like to ask the amazing people in studio, you can do the right thing. Go to Facebook, and that's Just Jazz with Okanya and Ati, or you can go to our Twitter handle, that's at UCT Radio. The hashtag there, Just Jazz. Otherwise, stay tuned. For now, we're going to go to some music, and when we come back, we're going straight into this amazing interview. Thank you.
Fabulous.
So in studio we have, as we've mentioned, Natalia. Now guys, you can, I actually tagged her on our Facebook page. If you want to find out about the amazing things that she's managed to cramp into her 16 years of existence. Absolutely so much stuff. Natalia, once again, thank you so much for making the time. So please, your journey.
Well, do we have the whole year for the journey?
If you can keep coming back, yes.
Yes. Okay, so I started at a very young age performing. I come from a musical family. My dad was a pianist, and I started singing in the band in Standard 7. Those years you talk standards, you know, so it's grade 9 I started singing. And then I matriculated at Cressy, and then went on, had 4 years of working, and then went to university in 1978. We were 16 that set foot at Stellenbosch University. For the first time, I was the first one out of the drama department to get my degree. I then left Cape Town and went to Johannesburg. You know, bright lights, big city, and to become famous. Meantime, it's very hard work. It's not that easy. You know, you get to learn within the first 3 months that you have to do more than just perform, be an actor, or you've got to sing, dance, and act. Yeah. And those days, they didn't know how to label us. So you either a cabaret artist, because that's what I got known for later down the line, a cabaret artist, and my acting was there, and my singing and stuff like that. But now it's easier. They call about multi-talented and multi-skilled. Did a lot, got well known for Coffee and Cream in the early 80s. Partnered with a guy called Sam Marie, and we toured the whole of South Africa, all over for corporates. And then we were the first South African people of color to get leads at Sun City in 1978. Awesome. So these are lots of firsts and stuff like that. I got married. I've got 3 children. I'm married to an extremely talented husband as well, man. Good Egelhof. Not that, you know, sometimes it's very difficult to, when you, I got known as Natalia de Rocha, so I kept that name as my professional name. Whereas if you have to sign legal documents, you must remember that you Egelhof, Natalia Egelhof, and I have this sort of dilemma. Yeah. But coming to Cape Town in 2002, I returned to Cape Town.
Oh, okay. Home.
Yeah, home, yeah, okay. Where I was born. And since then, you know, I was taken in and out of shopping malls to go and judge talent shows. I looked at the talent, and then I thought, you know, nobody's really training this talent.
Yes.
Every year they come into the shopping mall and do the same old, same old. Nobody's telling them, you've got the wrong partner that you're singing with, or it's a wrong song that you're singing with, the wrong outfit that you're wearing. You don't wear white shoes on stage and stuff like that. Those are all little bits and pieces, you know. So I said, okay, I would like to do a training course. Yes. And I went to Artscape and I said to them, can you give me a venue? I need, for 2 weeks, I need a space to do workshops and give me a theatre where I can showcase the talent. Oh, yeah. Nice. So this is how Applauz Arts Initiative started off. So we've now had, since 2002, every year we've had people coming through the Applauz Arts Initiative. We've got people singing internationally as well. Yeah. You know, so it's working. It's something that's needed. So we've got 1, 2. They from the first show in 2003. 2003, the 2 of them were in the show. Noehaa was in grade 9, in standard 7 when she started with me. Wow. You know, so, and they've come back. Every time when we do sort of corporate and we can do things, I call them and say, are you available? And then they come and pitch. Dillon, I met last year, end of last year, when he came on board as the musical director for Small BeJazzed. Also did matric last year, so he's an extremely young. Yeah. Immediate. You know, you've got to throw them in at the deep end and teach them and show them what it is to be a musical director.
I love something that you said there, Natalia, and it speaks to what I find to be lacking, especially with regards to specific to jazz. My question is, or statement rather, is twofold. I wanted to start having your career spanning over so many years, and mentioning that you were the first to leave the drama department at Stellenbosch University. So pre-94. Maybe even pre-1990, within the 70s and the 80s, a lot of the artistic talent was channeled into activism, you know. So do you think that the activism has changed to that was speaking to apartheid then, to now where it's channeling into the youth, us, and, you know, kind of nurturing the talents that we have?
I think we're still fighting the fight, okay? I get on stage and I have to speak about the injustice that's happening. I mean, corruption is one of those things that we as artists, we are against. And we need to be able to show people what we can do, that we can stand on that stage and take our talent and say, you know, arts and culture don't get enough money.
Yes.
The funding, but it gets stolen somewhere down the line. So how are we going to try and stop those people? We as artists need to stand together and say no more. Because this was done in 76. How did the people get to know about apartheid in our country? Productions left the country, went to Europe and showed the atrocities that was happening here in our country. It's still happening. We haven't changed.
That is Natalia in studio, Natalia de Rocha, and she's telling us that it's still happening. The time now is 14 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock, and we're talking all things about the Cape Town Fringe Festival. We've got the amazing talent in studio that you're going to be hearing, because I'm just like, I don't want to play any songs anymore. I want to hear some live music. That makes me, because I think I want to audition, actually. Ati, what do you think? I think we should audition. They don't know the talent that's here.
They don't know what's happening back here, do they?
No, they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Feel free. Feel free. The next show you'll be in.
Yeah, so guys, if you want to get in contact with us and find out and speak to the guests that we have in studio, do the right thing. You can find us on Facebook. That's Just Jazz with Okanya and Duati. Like the page, drop us a line. You can also find us on Twitter at UCT Radio, and the hashtag there is Just Jazz. Really, listen, if you want to speak to them live, guys, these are great people that I have here. This is heritage that we're talking about, yeah. Dial us in studio on 021-650-5399. That's 021-650-5399. We're gonna go for one song, and when we come back, are we getting a song?
Yes, definitely.
We're getting a song when we come back. So let's play this, Body and Soul. Upon the return, I'm not even gonna say a thing. You're just gonna hear the melodies. That's what's gonna happen.
All right, here's your hits.
The soundtrack to your campus life.
What about the law? Peace alone. What about the law? The other side.
What about the law?
What about the law?
Peace alone.
Peace alone.
What about the law?
What about the law? The other side.
Diana was wat nooit in Martin, a green boy. They fell in love, They fell in love, and so the people asked them,
What about the law?
Peace alone.
Peace alone.
What about the law?
What about the law? The earth alone.
What
about the law?
Peace alone.
Peace alone.
What about the law?
What about the law? The earth alone.
You say,
Diana was of het vrouw. En Martin, a brain boy. They went to jail, they went to jail. Both of them went to jail. And so the people asked,
What about the law?
peace alone.
Peace alone.
What about the law?
What about the law? The earth alone. What about the law?
Peace alone.
Peace
What about the
alone.
law?
What about the law? The earth alone.
Diana was of het nooit.
en Martin, a brain boy.
Diana mense, sy commit to suicide.
And Martin commit ook suicide. So the people ask,
What about the law?
Peace alone.
Peace alone.
What about the law?
What about the law? The earth alone.
What about the law?
What about the law?
Peace alone.
Peace alone.
What about the law?
What about the law? The earth alone. What about the law? Peace alone. What about the law? The earth alone.
What about the law? What about the law? Please tell me about the song.
Okay, so this song is originally played with something Natalia calls a squash box, which is my accordion that has come like for 4 generations that I got from my grandfather. So one day we were sitting in studio and we had 3 very well-known artists in Cape Town, 4 actually, that were composing the songs, taking the lyrics of Adam Small's poems and composing it into songs. Egelhof was one of them. We had
Camilla
Lombard, and then the 2 others, we won't mention their names, they never pitched. I was sitting there, and then I told Natalia, wait, let me try. And then I started putting music to these songs, and I was never going to be part of the productions. I came with Camilla Lombard, who is my musical mentor. I came with him one day just to spend the day with him, and I came to the studio with him. And as we left, he asked me, dude, do you want to play bass for this production? And I was like, yes. And at the end of the production, I started playing keyboard. Because the guy that was playing keyboard then said, nobody wants to play bass. And then when it came to this song, I was thinking, what about the law? And because my origin comes from church, I grew up in church. And I thought, hey man, the Bible speaks about the law. So it took me back to the olden church days when people used to use what they call the trekklafici, and use the accordion to do the Sunday services, the weekly services. I took the accordion, picked it up, and I told Natalia, you know what, I'm going to play accordion on this song. And it enhanced the whole song. When we're speaking about the law, the accordion brings the enhancement of sound when in the context of the olden times. Because if you know, like all the Kaapse Klopse, the Malay choirs, all of them use this instrument during the times of apartheid. So then the song speaks about Diana being the Witnooi and Marty the brain boy. So it speaks about the marriage that came between the 2 of them. They were then put in jail, and at the end of the day they committed suicide. So that's the whole base of the song. So then we just asked the people, what about the law? Whose law was it?
Yeah.
Because some people said it was the Lord's law, some people said it was the law of apartheid, and today we still don't know whose law it is. We try to figure out.
That's the question. That's the question. Whose law is it? In studio, we've got some amazing, amazing talent. So please stay tuned. Now, I would like to find out, and I'll perhaps let the 2 ladies and the gentlemen also speak to this, because you've touched on something that's rather important when it comes to the creative arts, and that's mentorship. and making sure that you align yourself and you have a vision for yourself as an artist to say, this is where I want to go and where you get involved. And we all know the arts, people kind of want to get into the arts for the wrong reasons. And Natalia touched on this, that it's actually a lot of work to get in there. So if you can each just tell me about your journey, and also as a creative, you know, the importance of mentorship in this space.
Yeah, I think it's extremely important. I don't think there are a lot of mentors out there who actually want to put themselves out to help the youth. But Natalia's doing it and Kurt's doing it. My journey's been 10 years on the run in the arts. Studied musical theatre in Pretoria, worked in Johannesburg for 4 years, then moved back to Cape Town to study film and video because I got out of it. It got a little crazy, but then I find myself here doing an Adam Small production with the Applauz, with Panza, and it's actually weird because Adam Small, my mom worked for him, so he's a writer, a poet, and my mom worked for him for a year while I was born. So I don't know the man, but I kind of know him, and as I'm 30 now, it's come full circle. I'm actually in a production with the words that this man has written down. I'm a composer, I'm a writer myself. So it just shows you that maybe you won't get a physical mentor, but the words can mentor you. There are words out there that can mentor you for the movement. So yeah, you just keep pushing in the arts, and it's not about fame. Well, it can be for some people, but Kurt told me something, you know, a performer really just wants someone to connect, the audience to connect with what they're saying. And that's been my journey for the last 4 years. And I think I'm well connected here in this beautiful group that I'm in. So yeah, I'm feeling that mentorship.
That's awesome. Now to hear from the ladies, because I know we've just come out of Women's Month, we're now on Heritage Month, and when we speak about heritage and where we come from, especially from a black perspective, to use the term very loosely, and also from a cultural perspective, where the heritage kind of speaks of women being oppressed and women not being able to take on, you know, as much as we would like to believe we can take on. So as females in the arts, you know, your journey, and also what's the heritage for you, or the heritage, or rather the legacy you want to take forward as young female creatives?
Well, if there were so much more people like Natalia, then, I mean, it would just open doors for so many young people out there. She recruited me in high school, and I was in my first show with her, and since then it's been, I mean, just being part of it has made me, it opened me up. But I was quiet in school, and once I got onto the stage, and she just said, like, open up, start singing, do what you need to do, be yourself. It's like out there. And as a female, I mean, I don't think that a lot of women, they kind of restrict themselves to a point where they're like, oh no, I can't do this all the time and whatever. And whenever you get an opportunity like this, you should take it with open arms. I mean, and I've been with Natalia. My first show was in 2002, three, and then I took a break for a while, and in 2004 she called me up again, and years has gone by, and I was just like so eager and so excited. I was like, yes, of course, I'll definitely come, definitely be part of this.
Loving the confidence after that you took it and you're like, yes, definitely, I'm running with this. Okay, that's awesome. Your journey, if you can just go straight into the mic, yes.
Okay, basically I've started performing since a very young age already. To me, it's not really about fame or anything like Julian said, but it's more about my passion and feeding my soul. I performed once at like the Louisa concert in 2003, I think, and I opened up the actual concert, and that's how I met people who actually introduced me to Natalia de Rocha. And I've been working with her ever since. I've done quite a few shows with her. I think compared to all the other people I've met in the actual industry, they're sharks, and they like to take advantage. They like to take advantage of us young artists, especially if you're young and they're like, oh, do this, do that, but they actually just
wanting to use you. With Natalia, I obviously didn't have that. And I've performed with her. I went away, I got married, I had a child, came back again, back onto stage, had another child, back onto stage again. So basically, my journey's been awesome with Natalia and even like performing. As for being a mother, having a full-time job and being a wife, fitting in my rehearsals and stuff also, I'm loving it and it's awesome.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about when I say there's talent in Cape Town, there's talent in the youth. And as you know, guys, at Just Jazz, we bring you guys amazing sounds, so that they will be giving us, as my grandmother used to say, item. They'll be bringing us another song. And if you're wondering, you're still tuned in to Just Jazz with myself, Ukanya, along with the man of the house, Uati. The dial is 104.5. We are the soundtrack to your campus life. It's now, wow, time flies when you're having fun.
It's going away too quickly. Why is it 7:32?
I've got no reason. I don't understand it.
Can't we just pause time and go back
I think
a
we're
bit?
being duped. Time is duping us.
We don't like this.
No, we don't like this.
We don't have.
No, not at all. But do the right thing and find us on our Facebook page. That's Just Jazz with Ukanya Noehaa. Like the page, drop us a line, any questions, and maybe you sing at home and you're thinking, oh my gosh, but I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to get involved. So do the right thing and go to our Facebook page, drop us a line there, or you can go to our Twitter handle at UCT Radio and hashtag Just Jazz. Now, I'm going to make myself important. I'm the connector. If you want to get connected to these people, as I said, do the right thing. We're going to go to music, and when we come back, we're going to hear one more song, and then, of course, we have to wrap things up because time flies when you're having fun.
Come a little closer, let me tell you about your marginalization. Let me show you your passion gap. Guitar may grace, it may hunt and your face. A brand new circle of that same old trap. Tonight we're gonna have a liquor jolt. Laugh and cry with Mr. Adam Small.
Hi, Adam!
Hey, smile with me, don't frown like a bull. First time Jay, first time Jay. Come a little closer, let me tell you about your so-called master nation. Why you just can't be a boss. When Kana Eko lays you and he sees your occupation, Kana's gonna kick your ass. And the guitar says, and the drum says, and the bass says, he says, first time Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adam Small BeJazzed. My name is Natalia de Rocha, and tonight we're going to take you on a musical, magical journey of some old and some new poetry by Mr. Adam Small, with new music scored by Capella Kurt Egelhof, Dillon April. Yes, so if you feel like clicking your fingers and tapping your toes, feel free, because tonight is a celebration of life. Come on. We're gonna laugh and cry with Mr. Adam Small. Hey, smile with me, don't frown like a bull. First time Jay, first time Jay. So let's go get with Mr. Adam Small.
I have never seen a band do the instruments like live. Because you know, now I'm sitting here and I can actually see like now I've got the jazz sound, so I'm even like, okay, yes, I've got it. Thank you so much, guys. That was absolutely amazing. Before we close, because time is really against us, I think we should all pray for this time to stop being against us.
Yes.
the jazz aspect to this. It's poetry, you've got amazing vocal talent. The jazz aspect, what was it about it, you know, that you thought, you know what, I think that, is it because Cape Town and jazz, what was it about the jazz?
You know what, I looked at, Adam is one of our icons.
Yeah.
And our young performers did not know anything about Adam Small. And for me it's very sad because when we talk heritage, that we do not remember those who have paved the way. And for me, this was one way of dealing with it. So I wasn't going to take pop music. Adam's music, his lyrics is so jazz. When we went and saw Adam the day, I said, I would like to take your poetry and call it Adam Small BeJazzed. It took me a year before I even met the man. And I'd written up all the things and who I wanted to use as the musicians and stuff like that. So jazz was the only way to deal with his music. The lyrics are potent. It speaks of now as well. I mean, he's got one song called Brown Lullaby when he says, they call your mama girl love. They called your mama girl. You know, she went out and they served the white man first before they served her. And she stood long in this line. And it's still, I mean, if you think about it, those things have not disappeared, you know, and there's a lot of pain. And by doing it dealing with music and jazz, we are healing.
Jazz, healing. Jazz and healing. Before we wrap up, I think we're going to fit in one more song, and then when we come back, we're going to have to bid you guys farewell. The Trinity, most definitely. If it was never been completed for you, today it has been completed. I'm trying to think what song. I think this song is very suitable. It's Unomganga, one of my favorite songs, and I think it's quite important that we're talking about Heritage Month and that we're speaking about where we come from, where we are, and honestly where we want to go, because honesty is the best policy. This is Just Jazz with myself, Kanya, along with the man of the house, Atiru.
Yeah.
I could actually hear the jazz and I'm just like, yes.
Then at one point, Karen gets about the okay. It's a surround sound system now. It became surround sound. It was like, we came out the whole theater system.
Because we make it work, yeah?
Oh man, it's been a while since I
haven't done it in years.
Okay, so how do people get in touch with you? Because I really think there's a lot of people sitting at home and they're like, oh my gosh, I've got this talent, I'm doing nothing with my life.
I'm just sitting in bed.
How do they get in contact with you?
Oh yeah, okay, so we've got an email.
Facebook page.
A face they can get on Facebook because Applauz Arts Initiative has got a Facebook page. You can go and Google, check it out. APPLAUZ. It's Applauz Arts Initiative. My brain went like chorus.
Hey, we need to update that picture. That picture of myself is not a picture for me.
Oh yeah, we didn't even speak about all the other productions.
No, we didn't come for Applauz. We came for Adam Small BeJazzed.
Okay.
Thank you. And that's what we're going to talk about now, just before, as we wrap up, about the show, the Adam Small BeJazzed. I'm telling you guys, I thought I'm meant to be part of the show because you know how I like to jazz things up, get jazzed up, get bejazzed.
It's like a bit of spice.
You know what I mean? And I think nothing speaks like this title caught me. You know, Adam Small BeJazzed. You know? So where and how the show?
Okay, so we're part of the Cape Town Fringe Festival. We're performing at the City Hall in City Hall 4, the venue. 9:30 every evening. Now the dates are the 27th of September, No, sorry, the 29th of September. And 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of October. 9:30 at night. Tickets are 80 Rand, and there's a booking call. They can call the booking office.
So what we're going to do is that we're going to put up these dates on our Facebook page, Just Jazz with Ukanya and Noati. And let me tell you, don't do yourself an injustice by not going out to see this live. Like live, the instrument, jazz has never looked so good, poetry has never sounded so good, so potent. I like that word, potent. It's potent music, potent words, with potent looking people. Okay, we're in studio. Okay, so I'm saying, when I say to you, people are good looking in studio, I mean people are good looking in studio. We're gonna have to say goodbye, and I'm sad.
Don't be sad.
Let me not be sad.
Don't be sad.
And you don't understand the kind of greatness we have in studio. It's going to be for you to find out and for us to know and gloat about. That's the kind of great. And don't be shocked if you start seeing Just Jazz on TV. No? Okay, nobody's picking me up.
Hashtag Kanye, hashtag Kanye's going to be on TV soon. We're going to see you. We're going to see you on TV. Is it? Oh, we'll see you on TV.
We'll see me on TV.
Oh, yes.
That's great. It's that time now. I'm just going to let everybody just say goodbye, send your shout-outs.
Yeah.
And if you perhaps want to give, like, in 2 seconds each, why people should come and watch you.
Okay, I'll start. So you should come and watch because I am the musical director of the show. And if you really think that I'm speaking out of my neck or through my leg or through my thighs, I just think you should come. Number one, my shout out is to my family at home, the April family, also another extended family, the Browns, and then to the BeJazzed band, consisting of Earl Klassen, the drummer, Garen Brouwers, the saxophone player, Cavallo Marengi. On synth, we have Ruan Lewis on bass guitar, and then Ashmit Milan on guitar. Shout out to you guys.
Hi guys, I'd just like to send a shout out to the Willis family and to the DeSerfs. And the reason that you should come and watch the show because there's amazing talent. It's going to blow your mind and you're going to have the most awesomest time ever.
Are people shy?
Suddenly Gaynor becomes, Noehaa becomes shy.
Okay, you guys should really come see the show because it's really an awesome show. Also, for the youngsters to find out about Adam Small and apartheid era and to see that the poetry isn't really just boring, it's actually awesome. And then a shout out to my husband, Kiram Waja, my children, my mom and dad, family, Fortune family, Wajas, everybody. Yeah, thank you.
How's that? Very quickly. Thank you very much for having us in the studio. We would like to see you at our performance here. I know it will be great if you want some footage as in sound clips. You can record some of our songs and then you can come back and play it. Because these are one-off songs. They've never been done. I mean, you know, we haven't heard it before, so this is new. And we would like to ask people to come to the theatre. Because we tend to, you know, you can post it on Facebook and all your friends like it, but not one of them will come. They're waiting for the complimentaries. So we would like to say to keep the artists alive as well. They need to just pay. It's 80 Rand that they're paying. You know, it's not that much. Unless you're not working, then we will send you a video of the show. But we would like people to come because this is awesome. This is not the last time that we're going to do Adam Small BeJazzed. It's something that's got life and legs, and we want to take it further.
Oh,
and Natalia, there's discount prices for students, pensioners.
Yes,
Block
that's
bookings.
it. And
So
also, yes.
So if they don't work, they can book for 10 people and then they'll actually pay 68 Rand. The others will pay for them.
Okay, that's good. Now Noehaa is a businesswoman. and we have also put BeJazzed on the list for schools. If they want to, they can take the whole evening and they will pay 50% of the ticket price and they can make some funds out of it. They can sell it for the the real price, 80 Rand, and they get it for 40 Rand.
That is Adam Small BeJazzed. Just when you thought you knew what happens on the show, all jazz sounds, no. We bejazzed the show. That's what we did. The Trinity definitely complete. It was you, it was us, it was music. And you know what? The music came with a little bit more. So, Ati, it's that time where we give them those encouraging words as they go. The throw forward into the week. What are your words of wisdom?
My words of wisdom are based that it is Heritage Month. My heritage has been my grounding, and it has brought me peace. So for all of you people out there who seem to have maybe forgotten more about yourself and where you're from, make sure that you know so it can bring you increased peace. Kanya, what you got on your end?
Ooh, I don't know. I was actually trying to be deep about this and find a bit of a poem by Adam Small, and I'm not. And at this point, I just think what I do want to say is that every dream is valid. The young women in here, the young men in here, and of course, Miss Natalie herself. And, you know, it speaks to if you can dream it, if you can think it, and then you have the discipline to work hard to get it, you must understand that every dream is valid. It's time for us to say goodbye, and we're going to be leaving you in the capable hands of Mr. Davido. I always love saying his name, and he'll be taking you through from 8 till 10 o'clock here on UCT Radio, the soundtrack to your campus life. The Trinity has been completed. It's been us, it's been you, and it's been the music. Leaving you with one of our favorite songs, If I Ever Lose This Heaven.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.